let's proceed to our topic. This time in trigonometry. Trigonometry. So we will discuss some basic concepts on the trigonometry. So let's define first what is trigonometry. Basically, it is a branch of mathematics that deals with the measurement of sides and angles of triangles and their relationship with each other. So in short, we will discuss yung mga sides and angles, or in short, we'll talk about triangles, no? So it's sides, its angles, and then of course relationship. So we will discuss the trigonometric ratios, ayan, trigonometric functions, trigonometric identities, some laws governing on the relationship of sides and angles, and some applications. So, here are some breakdown of our topic. So, we will explore the right triangle and then the oblique triangle. Ayan. Then, we also have the trigonometric identities and then the angles of elevation and the depression. So, when it comes to application, syempre, yung mga anything na pwede makabuo ng triangle or di kaya angle. Ayan. So, but first, alamin muna natin, so ano bang meron dun sa angle, no? So basically, yung angle, it has two sides, no? So we have, uh, say, and so we have this what we call the, let's say this is the initial side, yan. And this one is the terminal side, yan. So, when you say the measure pan angle, basically, so ang sabi dito, it is the amount of rotation from the initial side going to the terminal side. So, dito po natin malalaman kung ano yung kanyang magiging sukat or measure. So, these two sides are being formed through this vertex. Ayan. So, through this vertex. So, basically, kapag nagpapangalan tayo ng mga angles, let's say, I will have this one, ayan. So, ang pwede niyang pangalan is pwedeng angle C, o di kaya pwedeng angle BAC, pwede rin namang angle, ano ba, ACB. Ayan. Ay, sorry, hindi pala BAC, sorry. So, it should be what? Uh, PCA pala. Ayan. Sige, palitan lang po natin. Ayan, BCA. Ayan. Okay? So, ayan, meron siyang terminal side and then the initial side and then with this vertex. So, when it comes to angle, pwede siyang umikot ng clockwise or counterclockwise. So, let's say we have this, ayan, okay. So, let's draw an angle on this what we call the Cartesian coordinate system. So, if you still remember, so yung Cartesian coordinate system, meron siyang dalawang axis. So, we have the horizontal axis or the x-axis and then the vertical axis or the y-axis. Ayan. So, they are being intersect at this origin. So, kung babalikan din natin, di ba yung origin, meron siyang tinatawag na coordinate na 0, 0. So, dito sa Cartesian coordinate system, pwede po tayong mag-plot ng mga coordinates in terms of x and y coordinates. So, pwedeng ayun, x, comma, y. Ayan. So, let's say, maglagay ka dito. Ayan. So, meron kang masusukat na, let's say, 3, comma, 5. And then, yung origin nga natin is 0, 0. So, of course, dito sa 3, 5 na coordinates, so, or coordinate, so, ang x natin is 3 and y is 5. Ayan. So, ngayon, when it comes to angle, ayan, paano ba natin dinodrawing yung angle with respect to Cartesian coordinate system. So usually, ang ginagawa dyan, so let's say, yung kanyang initial side ay nilalagay dito sa, or coincide dito sa may x-axis. And then, yung kanyang terminal side, let's say, ayan. Okay? So ngayon, if we're going to measure that, so let's say this is 60 degrees. Ayan. So let's say, assume lang natin. So, that 60 degrees is being moved in counterclockwise rotation. Yan. So wherein, kapag po counterclockwise yung rotation, and let's say, the initial side of the angle is in the x-axis or in the positive x-axis and the angle moves in counterclockwise direction, this angle, 60 degrees, will be positive. Yan. So, tandaan po natin yan, no? Positive po yung kanyang value. However, kapag naman, let's say, ayan, okay, sige, pasensya na po sa, ayan, ayan, sige. So, this is the x-axis again, and then no axis. So, kapag naman po, let's say, pa-clockwise, ayan, so, pa-clockwise naman siya. So, we have here, let's say, 30 degrees. So, actually, it is not 30 degrees, but it should be negative 30 degrees. So, kapag pa-clockwise na po yung rotation, okay, with respect dun sa positive x-axis, yung kanyang initial side, so, the measure of the angle will be negative. So, take note of that, no? Ayan. Okay. So, ngayon, punta naman tayo dito sa mga units na ginagamit pagdating po sa measure of an angle. So, we have the degree, so which means 1 over 360 of a circular rotation. And then the radian, okay? So, yung radian, basically, ginagamit po siya pagdating po dun sa tinatawag na arc length. Ayan. So, the radian, basically, it is a measure of central angle of a circle that intercepts an arc equal in length to the radius of the circle. So, yun po yung pag sinabi natin radian. Kumbaga parang yung arc length na sinasabi divided by the radius. So, we have this relationship. Ayan. So, we're in, let's say, this is the angle. Ayan. Okay, and this is the angle, okay, in terms of theta. And this is the arc length. Ayan. Ayan. And this is the arc length. Okay, so we have this S, and of course, this is the radius. So, with that, so pwede natin makuha yung relationship na the arc length is equal to the radius times the central angle. Ayan. So, when we say central angle, ito yung angle formed by the radius of the circle or by the two radii of the circle, and its vertex is the center of the circle. So, para makuha mo yung angle, so S over R. So, dyan makukuha natin yung tinatawag na angle in terms of radian. Ayan. So, ngayon, may relationship po yung degree at saka yung radian when it comes to dun sa tinatawag na revolution. So, when you say revolution, ito yung isang ikot. So, kumbaga dun sa ating Cartesian coordinate system, kung nag-start po siya dito sa may positive x-axis, so pag nakabalik po siya dyan, after one ikot, ayan, so, pag nakabalik siya dun sa pinanggalingan niya or sa positive x-axis, so that is considered one revolution. And then, that one revolution is being equal to 360 degrees, okay, in degrees of course, or 2 pi radian. So, ibig sabihin, kung halimbawa, naka-degree yung ating angle, and then we have this Cartesian coordinate system, so 360 daw yung isang ikot. So, ibig sabihin, kada let's say, ang tawag kasi natin dito sa division, pagdating nga pala sa Cartesian coordinate system, is yung quadrant. Ayan. So, we have this quadrant 1, di ba? Yung quadrant 1. This is the quadrant 2, or the second quadrant, the third quadrant, and lastly, the fourth quadrant. So, ibig sabihin, no, if you're going to consider that 360 degrees is a positive angle, okay, from positive x-axis going back to the positive x-axis as its initial side. So, ibig sabihin, kada quadrant, meron siyang sukat na 90 degrees. So, let's say kung ito ay 0, 0, 90, this is 180 degrees, and this is 270 degrees, and then, going back here, so pwede siyang maging 360 degrees. Now, in terms of yung radians naman, okay, so yung radian, so paano naman yung magiging hatian nila ng kanyang mga um, yung bawat quadrant, no? So, paano kaya to? So, syempre, magsisimula mo ng lahat sa 0. Okay. And since we have 2 pi rad as one rotation or one revolution, so, i-divide lang po natin yung 2 pi dun sa 4. So, bakit sa 4? Kasi meron kang apat na quadrant. So, 2 pi divided by 4 is pi over 2. Then, of course, ang kasunod niyan, since 180 to, so naka-isang ikot ka na, pi over 2, so pi naman ang kasunod. Tapos this one, dagdagan mo lang ng pi over 2. Yan. So, kumbaga parang ang difference nila is pi over 2. And then, going back here, so you will have a 2 pi radian. So, ayan. So, those angles na nabanggit natin ay tinatawag nating mga quadrantal angles. Ayan. So, mga quadrantal angles yan. So, pag sinabi natin quadrantal angles, so these are the angles um, okay, with its terminal side or with the terminal side or with axis, ayan, sorry, with axis as the terminal side of the angle. Ayan. So, kumbaga parang, ayun nga, yung terminal side niya is nandun siya sa mga axis, whether it's positive y-axis, negative x-axis, or negative y-axis, or kahit positive x-axis pa yan. No? So, yan po yan, no? Okay. So, now, ito yung nabanggit nga natin kanina, wherein in a Cartesian coordinate system or plane, so an angle is in standard position if its vertex is located at the origin. So, ayun, kung napansin niyo po kanina, yung ating yung ating mga angles kanina, yung kanyang vertex na ginamit natin is yung origin o yung may coordinate na 0, 0. And then its initial side extends along the positive x-axis, no? So, yun nga po yung nabanggit natin kanina, yung tungkol po dun sa counterclockwise, clockwise rotation wherein nalalaman natin yung kanyang sign, and then yung quadrantal angles wherein its terminal side lies on the axis. Okay. So now, since nabanggit natin kanina yung tungkol dun sa 360 degrees at saka yung 2 pi radian as 1 revolution, so we can convert yung mga angles from degree to radian or vice versa. So, paano po bang gagawin natin kapag magko-convert tayo ng degrees to radian or radians to degree, no? So, always remember, kapag kayo ay, let's say, degrees to radian, okay, diba, galing ka ng degrees, papunta ka ng radian. So, multiply by, so, i-multiply mo yung given na degrees sa 2 pi over 360 degrees. Or if you're going to simplify that, that is pi over 180. Kasi di ba, i-divide mo sa 2, ito, syempre magiging pi, ito, i-divide mo sa 2, 180. So, pwede ring, ayan, pi over 180 degrees. Ayan, so para mabilis na lang. However, kapag galing ka naman ng radian, papunta ka ng degree, so, i-multiply mo lang siya sa, so, baliktarin lang natin to, 360 degrees over 2 pi. Or pwede ring 180 degrees over pi. So, ngayon, try natin dito sa ating mga examples. No? So, for letter A, so, find the radian measured of 1/3 of a full rotation. So, we're talking about yung 1/3 daw niya. So, ang gagawin lang natin, since this is 1/3 revolution, so, i-multiply lang natin siya dun sa ilang radians ba meron sa isang revolution. So, we have 2 pi rad. So, just multiply there. So, you will get 2 pi over 3. So, when you say 1/3 of a full rotation, so we're talking about yung 1/3 po nung 360 degrees or 1/3 nung 2 pi. Kasi yung mga yon, yung 2 pi or di kaya yung 360 degrees, yun po yung isang ikot o yung isang rotation. No? Yan. Okay. Okay. Now, let's go to the next one. Okay? So, convert pi over 6 rad to degrees, no? So, ang sabi natin kanina, kapag magko-convert ka ng radians to degrees, i-multiply mo lang daw yung angle dun sa 360 degrees over 2 pi, no? Ayan. So, what we're going to do is, ayan, we have, so, multiply lang natin siya sa, mamili na lang kayo. Kung gusto yung 180, wala namang problema. Okay? So, now, we just cancel yung pi. And then, 180 degrees divided by 6. So, you will get 30 degrees as the answer. Ayan. Okay, another one. So, let's convert 3 rad. So, So, syempre, yung mga radians naman, pwede pong kahit anong value yan. So, usually in terms of pi, or usually mga mababang value yan, no? Ayan. Ayan. So, ngayon, ang gagawin lang natin, so again, i-multiply mo lang ulit. Ayan. So, 3 times 180 degrees. So, let's have a calculator. Ayan. So, i-calculate lang natin siya. So, bali ang lalabas na dyan will be decimal na, no? So, makukuha natin yung 3 radians is 171.8873 degrees. So, gawin lang natin siyang 4 decimal places. Ayan. So, we have that one, no? 171.8873. Okay, and then, another one, convert lang daw natin yung 15 degrees sa radians. So, kapag naman galing ka ng degrees, papuntang radians, so i-multiply mo lang siya sa pi over 180 degrees. So, of course, that will be in terms of pi already. Ayan. So, we will get, okay, so the answer is pi over 12. Ayan. So, yun po yung magiging sagot dito. No? So, this should be pi over 12. Ayan. So, yun po yung sa pagdating sa pagko-convert ng angle from degrees to radians or vice versa. Now, let's go to the coterminal angle. So, when you say coterminal, so these are the two angles with the same initial side and terminal side, but different rotation. So, yun, usually yung isa naka-clockwise, then yung isa naman ay naka-counterclockwise. So, para lang makita natin kung paano gagawin natin. Ayan. Okay. So, we have here, let's say dito tayo lagay ng kanyang terminal side. Ayan. So, kapag siya ay pa-clockwise or counterclockwise, so let's assume na ito ay 100, siguro 130 degrees. Ayan. Pero kapag siya ay clockwise, so syempre negative yun, no? So, negative. So, paano ba natin kukunin yung kanyang coterminal angle? So, ang gagawin lang natin, so yung 360, no, ima-minus mo lang dun sa 130 degrees. So, you will get what? Ayan, 360 minus 130 is 230. Ayan. So, bakit sa 360? Kasi yun nga yung isang ikot. So, kailangan, kapag kinuha natin yung difference nung dalawang nung coterminal angles, dapat 360. Ayan, kasi we have 130, then ima-minus mo dun sa negative 230, so you will get 360. So, ganun lang naman po. No? So, yung sinasabi niya dito, para makuha mo daw yung angle na theta in degrees, okay, yung kanyang coterminal, you will just solve theta plus or minus 360k. Okay, para naman sa radians, so we have theta plus or minus 2 pi k. So, ibig sabihin ng k, so ang sabi dito, it is integer. So, yung k is yung parang bilang ng loop within dun sa circle. So, dito naka-isang loop lang naman tayo. No? Yan. So, naka-isang loop lang. Okay. So, yun lang naman. Okay, so kapag kukuha tayo ng coterminal angles. Yan. So, sige, let's try this following. So, find the least positive angle, theta, that is coterminal with an angle measuring 800 degrees where theta is in between 0 to 360 degrees. So, for this one, para makuha daw natin yung kanyang parang least positive, so yung pinakamababang positive angle niyan. So, what we're going to do is this. So, yung 800 degrees, bawasan lang natin ng 360. So, 800 minus 360. Ayan. So, we have 440. Ngayon, yung 440 degrees, hindi natin siya pwedeng tanggapin as our answer. Kasi, yung hinahanap nating angle, it should be less than 360. So, ang gagawin natin ulit, Yung 440, babawasan natin ng 360. So, silagpas siya ng 360. So, you will get, okay, 80 degrees. So, that is our answer. Ayan. Now, for letter B, okay, punta naman tayo sa letter B. Ayan. So, ganun lang po kadali, no? Ayan. Find the positive coterminal angle alpha. Ayan. Of the angle measuring negative 45 degrees such that the angle alpha is between 0 to 360. So, take note po, yung negative 45 natin, of course, naka-clockwise. No? So, kaya ganyan siya. No? Ngayon, ang kailangan natin makuha is kung ano yung kanyang positive coterminal. So, kagaya nung ginawa natin kanina, so, kailangan pag pinag-add natin yung positive at saka yung negative, pinag-minus, so it will become negative or magiging positive 360. So, ang gagawin lang natin, so alpha minus negative 45, ayan, will be equal to 360. So, of course, magiging positive 45 yan. And then, from that, so, you will have 360 minus 45 or that will become 315. Yan. So, yun naman yung hinahanap niya. Okay. So, yan po. No? Okay. Now, let's go to letter C. So, ang sabi naman dito, find the angle beta that is coterminal with 19 pi over 4 rad where 0 or where the angle beta is from 0 to 2 pi. Ngayon, okay, para malaman natin no, kung ano yung gagawin natin kapag naka-radians. So, i-check muna natin. No, yung 19 pi over 4 is around nasa 14.9. So, then yung 2 pi is nasa 6.28 lang. So, ibig sabihin, mas mataas po yung given na angle sa 2 pi. So, ang gagawin lang natin, just like yung ginawa kanina sa letter A, so, ibabawas lang po natin yung angle dun sa yung isang ikot o yung isang revolution, but this time, naka-radian. So, minus lang natin sa 2 pi. So, you will get, ayan, 11 pi over 4. Okay, which is ang 11 pi over 4 is 8.6 radians. So, ibig sabihin, hindi lagpas pa rin siya dun sa 2 pi. So, ngayon, babawasan pa natin ulit ng 2 pi. So, you will get 3 pi over 4. So, the answer for this problem is 3 pi over 4. Kasi yung 3 pi over 4 ay nasa 2.3 lang, which is less than dun sa 6.28 na value ng 2 pi. So, ganun lang po ang gagawin natin. So, kapag masyadong malaki yung angle natin, bawasan lang po natin ng 360 hanggang sa yung makuha nating sukat is nasa range po ng 0 to 360 degrees. So, yan po yung pagdating sa coterminal angle.